Alright, today we're doing an at-home workout. Today I'm in the park though, with no equipment at all, besides using a tree branch for some pull-ups here at the end. So we'll start out doing some squats. I like to do these nice and slow, try to sink into them, hang out in the bottom end of the range of the squat for a while. Just start warming up your legs, warming up your body. Sink into your heels a little bit, sink into your toes a little bit. Get your knees warm. Now we're going to do some elephant walks. I'm just holding my knees for now, my shins, because I'm pretty tight. Can't go too far down, but you see I start working my hands down a little bit. By the end, you'll be able to do better. Alright, sorry the dog is in the way for this shot, but do some split squats. I warm these up by doing a lunge with my knee to the ground, and then I lean into my knee. Then I come back to the lunge and back up. If you can't quite get there to a split squat, lunges are okay for this instead. You know, take your time with the split squats. You don't want to go too hard on your knee right away. It's a muscle group that takes a pretty decent amount of time to get fully strong. Now you can see I start doing some full split squats. Change it up, do the other side, down to a lunge, into the split squat, back to lunge, and back up. Beautiful day here in Juneau, AK. Always love being outside when the sun comes out here. It doesn't mean you can't get it in. I'll take a little rest break here. I'll come down, do some push-ups. I'm going to do straight regular push-ups, but if you need to warm up a little, do some knee push-ups. Or find a tree to put your hands on, or something in your house like a chair. You can do some elevated push-ups that way if you can't do full push-ups. There's always a variation you can do with these exercises. I'll point out as many as I can as I talk about this workout, but if you can't seem to do one, find a different variation that'll work for you. I'm just giving myself some rest here. Take your time with these sets. We'll be here for around 30 minutes. And we'll get a decent workout in doing it. Alright, let's start with another set of split squats here. I like to do sets of 10. We'll do 4 sets between the push-ups and the split squats here. Split squats are some of the best exercises you can do, really. They strengthen your knee, your quad, your hip. The hip flexor on the other side too is nice and stretched out. It improves your ankle mobility, improves your hip mobility. It's one of those true strength and lengthen exercises that fully stretches you out while making you stronger. I love hitting both at the same time. So we'll get here and do 10. Change sides. Like I said, there's always a variation here, so you could go lighter or regressed, I suppose would be the correct word. And you want to put your foot up on a chair and lean into these on the chair. Or on a staircase is best, because then you have the railing to hold on to if you really need extra support. Or you push into the stairs, and you can lower one stair at a time as a progressive overload. So you can really start working these down to the point where you can do them on flat ground. And on the other end of things, if you're extra strong, then you could put your heel, your rear foot up elevated on something. Like today in the park, I could have maybe found a tree stump or something to elevate my heel, but you can do this with like yoga blocks. You can do it with even a chair if you want to go really high, but it's quite difficult to perform that exercise on a chair with the heel elevated that far. But add weight, you know, you can put a backpack on. You can actually, if you have weight, then obviously you can hold dumbbells or whatever weight you have. Maybe it's books in a backpack. You know, there's a lot of options here for someone with no money or all the money in the world. All these exercises are good for you, regardless of who you are. Now I'm just stretching into my knees during my rest break on this one. Now come down and do some more push-ups. Here I'm gonna go into one-arm push-ups here. Because like I said, there's always a progressed version and a regressed version. So on these, my left arm is pretty strong, and I'm trying to work my right arm back up to strength with my left one. But generally I'll do about 3 to 5 of these before I fail. Get a nice burn going. It's good for the core too. I'll take a little break in between these one-arm push-ups because they're just a little more taxing on the body. Even though I can only do a few, always keep trying with what you can. I'm glad Taco, my dog, is in the frame here because she's just covering up my bad one-arm push-up now, so that's good for me. But yeah, do a few of those, see what you can do. Take a little break. So yeah, if you couldn't do one arm, but maybe you're stronger than regular push-ups, you could do diamond push-ups. If you just want to do regular push-ups, that's great. If you want to elevate your heels onto like a tree stump or a chair or couch, then those would be great. Upper chest push-ups, great for the whole body as well, really, the whole upper body anyway. Yeah, always find a version that suits you and push yourself. Don't just do regular push-ups because that's easier for you. You know, challenging yourself is what's going to make you grow here. So try to keep your front foot down. You don't want to elevate your front foot too much if you can help it. You can see my heels coming up here a little bit, but overall it's better to try to keep that front foot down, improve that ankle mobility. Try not to sink at the chest down to the ground and then back up. You want to try to keep your upper body as kind of straight as possible. Try to keep loose, but not collapsing, which you can see I collapse here and there on some reps here. There's always ways to improve. I feel like I just got bit by a mosquito. All right, another short break. All right, now let's get down and do some diamond push-ups this time. Push into that chest. Think about the muscle group you're working out. Very nice. Take another break. Give your dog some pets. Alright, last set of split squats and push-ups. Let's go. If you're extra strong, you know, keep going. Do some 15 reps per set instead of 10. If you need to do 8, do 8. There's always something you can do. Don't just give up. Alright, last set of push-ups. Excellent. Let's move on to our next exercise. We'll do no weighted pull-throughs. Hold yourself in a high plank, reach through, back up to the sky. Strong core exercise here. Now we'll just do 3 more sets of those. You can see I'm looking for a pull-up bar right now. Alright, let's do another set. Maybe you have to do these on your knees too. Just do what you can. Alright, next up is squats. Just good old classic bodyweight squats here coming up. Find your balance. Go as deep as you possibly can. Start speeding them up. 8, 9, 10. Keep going. Alright, take a break. We'll come back down for more pull-throughs. Full body exercises today, alternating so you can get the whole body done in 30 minutes, because as we alternate from legs to core to upper body like push-ups, we can give our lower body rest while the upper body does the work, and vice versa. So these circuit style workouts work quite well. Keep pushing. Alright, and rest. Perfect. Come down on your knees. We'll push our upper body up towards the sky. If you have to collapse down, so all you can do is go down, then you want to come down, push your body forward, put a foot down, or not a foot, a hand down, and come back up. You want to be careful with some of these exercises because the ability to get hurt is a little higher. Now we're doing straight leg deadlifts with no weight, so you're really just flexing into your hamstrings here, and you're doing maybe 10 to 15 reps to start with. We're going to just do one of these sets because they're not as effective without weight, but it does feel good to pump up the hamstrings a little bit here because we do need to be working out our whole body here. That's okay because we've got sissy squats coming up. Alright, back down on your knees. These exercises are great for strengthening your knees, pushing into the hips. Try to keep your upper body straight. Now you can see I'm getting a little bit weaker on them, so I'll come down every once in a while and need to collapse out of it, but I can still do the downward portion of the exercise. We'll see that a lot more in the next set. Alright, now we're going to do sissy squats. I like to put my arms behind me, kind of helps me balance in a certain way. Perfectly fine for your heels to elevate here because we do want to sink into the knees forward here. We don't want to be doing like squats. This is a great exercise for your knees. It comes from the Sisyphus myth in Greek mythology, because I guess he had big quads or something. I'm not sure exactly anymore. Alright, back for these kind of reverse Nordic curls, or I'm not sure exactly what to call these, but they're quite good for me, so I like them. I feel good on my hips and my knees, so anything that helps me run faster and move better, I'm always down for. Makes me more flexible too. Just all around a good exercise. And we'll come back up here, take a break. do another set of sissy squats here. Alright, perfect. Let's do some tibialis anterior raises here. I like to do these on a wall, generally speaking, or on a tree today. But I'll put my legs outward so I get more toe flexion. The lever is a little bit longer. If that becomes too painful, you like to slide your feet in closer to the tree here, and you'll get a little bit of an easier effect. But you want to do these until they burn, they hurt. And I like to go straight into calf raises here. I don't generally do a lot for my calves because I am a big trail runner, so lots of running uphill kind of already strengthens my calves to a great degree. But I like to keep on it here and there to make sure I'm hitting every body part I can for my full body exercises. We'll go back to the tree. Do some more. And now we'll go to a tree here for me. Hopefully you have access to a pull-up bar. I'm always able to find something to grab. Not always the easiest thing in the world, don't get me wrong, but if you have access to a pull-up bar, I like to do a few sets of those. Generally I include it inside the workout, but I was only able to find one kind of after my workout. So I did it at the end, but I always get it in, so I did a few sets of those and called it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed this at-home workout with no equipment. Yeah, join me for the next one.